All right, I'm going to cheat a little bit because I'm actually going to tell you about 3 new products that we have. But I'm going to do it very quickly because we have limited time, so I'll jump right in. So first, by way of introduction, my name is Jon Levin. I'm the product integration manager at Star Micronics. The role I play with Star is actually to work with all of our software partners. So anyone who's making software for point of sale or any other market that might need a printer or a cash drawer, I work with them, help them to integrate our printers into their solutions. So I've been doing this for a little while now with Star, so I've seen an incredible change in our industry, in point of sale, in technology, really an evolution of point of sale. So I haven't been around so long that I dealt with the old brass NCR registers, but that's where it all started, and really it's evolved, and now we're seeing for SMBs and larger, kind of maybe not so much a move, but the addition of tablet-based solutions to the POS landscape. So that's great for SMBs, enterprise customers, but it's not as helpful for the very small merchants, the ones who are using the electronic cash registers today. So Star, we thought about that problem, and we thought, how can we help? What can we build to really help these very small merchants who are using electronic cash register before to kind of step into the modern world with maybe a tablet-based point-of-sale solution? So we had to think about what do these customers need? What are they expecting? It's got to be easy. They really expect an in-the-box solution. They take their ECR out of the box and it's pretty much ready to go. They just plug it in. They want to come as close as possible to that with a really advanced technology solution. So we have to solve that problem. It's got to be really simple to set up. These are people who aren't necessarily used to dealing with advanced technology or networking. These are really small businesses, so it's got to be very simple, not a lot of components, not a lot of wires, very easy setup. It's got to be sleek, compact, it's got to look good. The promise of these compact tablet-based solutions was that they're going to look great on the counter, they're going to save counter space, they're going to look very modern. So we've got to solve that problem as well. So Star's solution to this problem is our mPOP. The mPOP is a revolutionary new product for tablet-based point of sale. Works with iPad, Android devices, Windows devices. It's completely platform agnostic. Very compact, sleek, and stylish looking. Has an integrated 2-inch thermal printer, and you know it's a good printer because it's a Star printer. Has an integrated, very compact but usable cash drawer. So we put a lot of thought into how do we make a cash drawer very functional but very compact, because that's of all the complaints I get about the style of point of sale, it always comes down to the cash drawer. How do you make the cash drawer good looking? And no one's really solved that problem until now. We include an optional 1D USB barcode scanner. So for most tablet-based point-of-sale solutions, they've got to use a Bluetooth scanner, and that's fine, but it could be very expensive. So we wanted to help solve that problem with a USB barcode scanner that actually plugs into the bottom of the mPOP, so very innovative. We've got many inputs and outputs, so we've got 4 USB ports, so you can plug in peripherals like the barcode scanner, or you can charge your tablet or payment terminal from those USB ports. It can connect to the tablet by either Bluetooth or USB, so depending on what tablet you're using, you can determine which interface works best for you. It has really effective cable management, so you have to have a really clean countertop, and part of that is routing the cables, storing the cables, making it look really sleek. It's available in black or white, so whatever the aesthetic of the store is, whatever tablet you're using, whatever color that is, you can make it all match, all look really nice on the countertop. And it has basically everything you need in the box. It has the mPOP itself, it's got the barcode scanner, a universal tablet stand, all the wires, even a roll of paper. All you need to do is add whatever tablet you want and whatever software you want. That's really key. So if you're looking for software solutions that work with mPOP today, we've got a few. I was putting this slide together last night, and I took a lot longer than I thought it did because there's a lot of people who are working on the mPOP today that you can go out and use with the mPOP today. And we're adding more every day. You can see some in our booth. We've got eMobilePOS, Zuzo does a great white label solution, OmniSoft, Retail Cloud, and you see them around the show and in all of our partners' booths. Really excited. So we couldn't stop with just the hardware. We wanted to add more value to this solution and to all of our printers. So we did that through All Receipts. So the mPOP is fully functional with our All Receipts service. This is a free service. It's a digital receipt service that works with mPOP in any of our printers. I want to be very clear and make an important distinction. Digital receipts are not synonymous with e-receipts or email receipts. We think our digital receipt solution is the right solution because there's some issues with e-receipts. For the shopper, they're wondering, do I really want to give away my personal information, my email address or my phone number or something like that? Am I going to get spammed? It's kind of difficult, so I'm getting all these e-receipts in my email folder. What do I do with those? How do I file them? How do I store them? What if I mistyped my email address, or when I was saying it to the clerk, they typed it in wrong and now I don't get my digital receipt? For the merchant, there's some issues as well. It adds friction to the point of sale process. You've got to ask them to either recite or type in their email address. It slows down the process, and that's never good in retail. And customers just don't want to give away that information. Sometimes retailers like that. They want to engage with the customer. It's a way for them to reach back out to the customer after the sale. So we still have to solve that problem, but they don't want to give away their personal information to do that. It's a very key point for All Receipts. It's anonymous. When I give you a paper receipt from our printer, you don't have to give me any of your contact information. Why should you have to give your contact information to get your digital receipt? That's our philosophy around digital receipts. So that's what we kept in mind when we built the All Receipts product. So All Receipts works around the All Receipts app. That's something you could go into the iTunes App Store or Google Play Market and download today. That's the shopper's tool to interface with All Receipts. What the process looks like, there's going to be a QR code on the bottom of every receipt. The shopper just scans that QR code with their All Receipts app. It's going to take them to a little screen that gives a survey. So they say, I had a smiley face, I had a great experience at this store. Oh, it was, a very long wait or something, so maybe a frown face. And then you get an exact digital copy of that receipt, just like the paper one that you just received. So very simple to use that All Receipts app. And then it stores it. You can filter it by date, by retailer, however you want to look at that information. So we didn't want to just make this beneficial to the shopper. We want this to be something that really benefits the merchant, the retailer. So we thought about how we can add some different features to make this really beneficial for merchants as well. One of those is the merchant dashboard. This is a website the merchant can look at that has a lot of very interesting information. So they can see how many receipts were printed, how many were digitally claimed. They can see the results of all those surveys. So over time, maybe on last Friday, I see a lot of negative feedback. And that's when Jim was working. So maybe I need to sit down with Jim and retrain him a little bit, have a little conversation. So they get all these survey results graphed over time. And this is really cool because this is a service that people pay good money for. You get remote device management. This is all free. All these things are free for both the shopper and for the merchant. So now from this one central website, they can log in and see the status of every single one of their Star printers across all of their locations, maybe all of the lanes within their store. They can see if that printer's online or offline, if it's run out of paper. So now they can go and address that very quickly. We've added two new features. So I mentioned retailers kind of like email receipts because it's a way for them to reach out to the customer after the sale. We solved that problem with All Receipts as well by two features. The first is Engage Now. That's a new feature we just added. In the All Receipts tab, you can tap on the icon of the retailer, and that's going to take you to a URL that the retailer has specified. So maybe that's their Facebook page so they can get some likes. Maybe it's their Yelp page so you can leave a review. Maybe it's just their contact information or a coupon or promotion they want to direct you towards. So it's a way for the shopper to engage with the merchant on the shopper's terms instead of the merchant's terms. The second is receipt flip. So you look often on the back of your receipt, and there's often something there, right? There might be the terms and conditions of the warranty or their return policy. Maybe it's a coupon or some different promotions. So we make that digital on the digital receipt as well. So not only can they go to a URL that the retailer has determined, they can also go to see something on the back of the receipt. They can flip that receipt over and see whatever information that the retailer wants them to see, a coupon, terms and conditions, whatever that might be. So this is a really good way for shoppers to continually engage with the merchants that they visit the most. So you might be wondering, how do I make all these things work? Does anyone do software in the audience? Anyone in ISV? Okay, so we just released a new SDK, the Star Print SDK, and it's something we're really excited about. We added a lot of features that people have been asking for a long time. So if anyone's had any experience developing with Star printers, we used to have several different SDKs depending on what model you wanted to integrate with, what have you. That's all been put into one package now, so you get one SDK for iOS, one SDK for Android. You get access to any Star printer models, as well as all receipts. So now you can build all receipts right into your iOS application. Our SDK is now much more API-based, so it's much easier for developers to use. It's very developer-friendly. We just added support for Swift programming language. So if anyone is familiar or follows Apple, they release a new programming language that you can use to develop apps for iOS devices. And now we have an SDK that supports that new language. So very new in the industry. It's available for iOS now. We're going to be releasing it for Android a little bit later this spring. And of course, in our Windows drivers, you can always turn on all receipts and access that service in that way as well, or support mPOP. So we really want all of our services, all of our products to be cross-platform, device, platform, application agnostic. We want you to be able to use our products and services with whatever software that you're using. So you can see a lot of these software applications, a lot of these products around the show, or in our booth 422. We're just down the row a little bit. I encourage you to stop by, say hi, learn a little bit about our products. We'd really like to get to meet you. Thank you.